Hello. Welcome back to another edition of All or Not According to Jack with your host, Jack Toledano. And in the co-captain's chair today, Mr. Ove Rendum, as we talk
I,
about another year in heavy metal, top metal albums of 2016. How you doing, Ove?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right. What's going on? How's life treating you?
Oh, good. I'm working out and I'm watching movies and it's become a winter again and it's like brighter outside and yeah, it's good,
Oh,
pretty good.
okay, well, we had about 15 straight days of like gloomy and fogginess here in New York, but fun in the sun once again. We're we finally, from my wife Susan's birthday Saturday, we finally had the sun came out, and it's been
Oh,
sunny
nice.
ever since.
I
So
bet that made her happy.
yeah, it's a very cool thing. So all right, 2016. What's your first one, Ove?
Oh wow, this was a tough year.
It was,
My
yeah.
yeah, my number three is Sodom from Germany, thrash metal with their album Decision Day. I really like this album. I thought the artwork is really cool, and it's a more you see a different side of them. It's got a more diverse. You got acoustic guitars. You got a little of everything. It's not their usual batch of
You
songs on
said
the album.
Sodom, I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll have to check it
Yeah. Yeah, it's a more melodic output from them. But I mean, the songs are really strong, and they have it's all about how good the songs are. And for my favorite songs is the title track and Blood Lions, and my favorite one is Strange Lost World.
Ah, very nice. Okay. So, ready for my first one?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, I'm going to pull it up right now. First one, also good artwork. Megadeth. Dystopia. This one actually won them a Grammy. I don't know if for the song or for the album, but they funny thing about Megadeth, they supposedly they were the ones that have been nominated the most without winning. I think they had like 7 nominations before they finally hit pay dirt and won. And that again, that'll probably be another episode for another time. Me talking about the Grammy for best heavy metal performance, and
That's kind
um,
of interesting one. What happened right there with Megadeth was like
yeah.
a mistake. A mistake was done. You probably can use that for your episode, but there was a mistake done on Megadeth's nomination
Oh,
or,
when?
or presentation. I mean,
Oh,
uh, when they was going to go and pick up the thingy, they played Metallica instead of Megadeth.
oh yes, I did hear that. Enter Sandman. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
at
First,
least they could have played a Metallica song he actually wrote, but no,
well,
we do a
of
Kirk
course,
Hammett song.
they're not going to have them win during the actual glitz and glamour of the actual show so they have them. They they actually present the award to some of what they call lesser awards, either before the show or during the commercials, which I think is total BS. But instead,
Yeah.
they'd rather show Taylor Swift 7 times and give her 7 awards. Not enough that
That's
they're
good,
showing her during my football games.
yeah, she set a new record, I guess.
But anyway, back to Megadeth. So, what songs I like on this album? First one started off great. Threat is real. The title track, Dystopia. Bullet to the Brain. Post American World, I especially liked. Um, let's see what else. Yeah, Bullet to the Brain had and Poisonous Shadows, another one. actually had acoustic openings, which were pretty cool. Uh, Other good songs, Lying in State and The Emperor. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, really, really good stuff by Megadeth. As you said, 2016 was a tough year, but thankfully Megadeth pulled through for me, as did the other
Yeah.
bands I'm going to talk about soon enough. But back to you
They got-
for your second.
My second is the Norwegian black metal outfit that has become more. They were in crust punk for a while, and then they become more traditional 80s metal these later years, and that's Dark Throne.
Dark Throne. Okay,
Yeah, and their album is Arctic Thunder.
nice. Okay,
And my favorite song from that album is Throw Me Through the Mashes, Tundra Leech, and Deep Lake Tree Pass.
okay, very cool.
Yeah, it's their album. They were crust punk and they did a little heavy metal, like black metal, like there was a good mix. But this album was the first one they really went back to the Celtic Frost vibes, and you get that good guitar drive that
Mhm.
Celtic Frost had.
So they're affiliated with Celtic Frost in some
No,
way?
no, they are inspired. They
Oh,
are inspired. So
oh,
they are
okay.
paying tribute, I guess, in a way by playing 80s. That what they loved when they grew up.
Mhm. All right. Okay, so my next. And we're gonna go from black metal to more prog metal. To
Ah,
yes, Fate's Warning, Theories of Flight. This was a really good album. You had a couple songs that are 10 minutes long. The Light and Shade of Things, which was a favorite of mine. The Ghosts of Home, which was another favorite of mine. Then you had SOS and White Flag. Really, you can't go, their start off song From the Rooftops was really cool. You can't go wrong with this band. I thought the last song ended with an instrumental. I would have preferred if they had moved that up and not, I don't like to end on an instrumental, but other than that, great album and good artwork. So, Fates Warning number 2.
I've heard of them. I don't have I mean, I think I've seen they have they are from the 80s, 90s.
Right. And actually, I think I saw them once. The first time I saw, they doubled with Symphony X for a show in North Plainfield, New Jersey. It was the first time I had seen Symphony X was actually, and Rich Porter told me what the place used to be. It used to be like a dealership for motorcycles. So and I believe Fate's Warning was on that bill that night, and you know, it was like people standing around watching them perform in a studio almost. It was very
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like an experience.
Oh, it was. I was just all giddy that I got to see them for the first time, because prior to that, they hadn't toured in the US a lot. Symphony X, I mean. So I would go on to see them about another 6 or 7 times after that. So I've had my,
Yeah,
yep,
there's some bands that just don't tour the States much that sticks to their other places. It's weird how they some bands don't go tour much.
right. But after we talk about our third albums, we'll talk about concerts we have coming up this year. So, what's your third album?
My favorite album of 2016 is Megadeth Dystopia.
All
It's the return.
right,
Yeah, it's the
nice,
return of David Ellefson, and it's like, I mean, David Ellefson and Dave Mustaine, they write so well together. So it's a reason why this album was such a hit because there's a certain chemistry. They have been together since the start. He has been out for a while, but he came back like they haven't lost a beat, and yeah, it's really good when they are working as a unit.
Okay,
Sadly, that happens on and off, but I don't think it's going to happen again. So we'll
right.
have to see. But as my favorite songs of this album is "Lying in State," "Death from Within," and my favorite is "The Emperor."
Oh, nice. Okay, very cool. All right. So yeah, so there is gonna be some duplication on this show because we don't talk about it prior. So and
I think this is our first one.
what's that?
I think this is our first duplication.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I just thought about it. We have always
it'll be
been.
our only duplication for this episode because you didn't mention this next band. However, they were mentioned in last night's episode of Hudson Valley Squares, which I was on. I was a little surprised they kind of sunk to the bottom of the pile. So, just to recap, last night we had another four album war based of it was metal albums of 1984. So there was Manowar, an album by Manowar. There was Metal Church, which was the winner. Then there was also Exciter. And lastly, there was this band, bringing them up right now, Anthrax. So,
Oh, Fistful of Metal.
yep. It's called For All Kings.
Yeah, I mean the
Oh, right.
84,
The
84
album
album.
from 84 were right. But I was very surprised that in a panel of about 10 or 11 people, uh, most people picked them either third or last. I picked them second, and Butch Jones picked them first. So we were the only ones that basically gave them some love. And you know what? I thought they were pretty good. I didn't really have that much knowledge base of Anthrax other than what I've heard them, play on the airwaves here. But that was a good album. But today we're talking about 2016's For All Kings. So uh, you have two songs, Monster at the end, and Breathing Lightning. Both I gave those top marks. They both kind of lend credence to their classic sound, and that's what I like about them. There's also Evil Twin, great song, Blood Eagle Wings, and The Battle Chose Us. So that rounds out Anthrax for All Kings, and don't take it personal, guys. Just other people giving their opinions. So they did say that if with better production and better singer, that they might have rated them higher. So that's that.
Yeah.
So before we got on the air, we were talking about some concerts we have coming up this year. So what do you have, Ove?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Judas Priest, Saxon, Tool, Metallica, Creator.
Is this a
What's
festival
more?
you're going to?
Yeah,
Oh, what's the festival called?
Tons of Rock.
What of rock? Oh,
Tons.
Sounds of Rock. Oh, pretty.
Oh, tons.
Oh, Tons of Rock. And where are you
Yeah.
seeing this?
In Oslo, in the capital.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow. You don't even have to leave Norway for that one. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a four day festival.
And you're going for all 4 days?
Yeah,
Oh,
we also
wow.
have Greta Van Fleet there, CC Top, and there's gonna be, yeah, there's a little of everything this year.
Wow. It's so funny that, so all my stories about going to Daytona Beach to visit my parents, they're actually having a festival in May. And
Oh, nice.
at the, what is it? The Speedway, the Daytona Speedway. And Judas Priest will be there for that one. But I'm debating whether I want to go because it just didn't seem like a lot of bands that I really like. Uh, if there were maybe just a handful that were a little less popular, but I still like them, I would probably go. But
So what other bands are there?
um, you know what? I'm gonna pull it up. Let's see. Uh, just give me a second. Daytona. Um, uh, oh, there we go. Oh, it's called Rockville, and it goes from May 9th to May 12th. So the first night is Motley Crue, Judas Priest, Anthrax,
Hmm?
Disturbed, Machine Head, some others that I can't read. Uh, let's see. I'm just going through some of the headliners. Uh,
Yeah,
Limp Bizkit looks like, Falling in Reverse, Jelly Roll, The Offspring. Now that's a band that both my son Jason and I like. That would be
it's a good one.
Mr. Bungle, a lot of other Tech Nine. I guess you know them. Foo
I've heard
Fighters,
of them. Yeah.
Greta Van Vliet, Primus, Queens of the Stone Age. My son likes them.
Hmm.
Clutch, which I just got into, and they actually made my cut for was it 2015 Top Metal.
I saw Clutch live last summer.
Oh, very nice. So yeah, so we'll see.
If
It,
you go with your son, it would be probably fun because he likes a
yeah,
lot of the bands.
yeah. Well, definitely go to see Priest and Anthrax. That would be cool. And and I kind of like Motley Crue, but we'll see. And you'll I don't we'll probably miss the last day. It's so you got Slipknot, Evanescence, Sum 41, Black Veil Birds or something. I can't
Like
even read.
brides.
Oh, okay. And then this other band that I can't read the freaking name. That's funny. They use some of these logos that you can't even read. But yeah,
There's a lot of famous names though, so it looks like it's gonna sell pretty well.
yeah. Maybe I'll get my 84-year-old dad to go to the show with us.
Yeah, that would be something.
That would be cool. But concerts that I have going this year, and I just bought my ticket last night. I'll be going to KK's Priest at a place called the Starland Ballroom in New Jersey, late March. That should be cool. I mean, I could have also seen them on Long Island, but you know what? If I had to go see them on Long Island, I'd have to go alone, but which I'd prefer not to do. But
Of course not.
that same venue on Long Island, it's out in Patchogue. I may go see Saxon and Uriah Heep at that venue. Oh, and that's oh wow, that's in May. That's right around the same time of this this Daytona International Speedway Rockville thing. So
Hmm.
I was actually had some travel plans to Washington D.C. the prior weekend, so I may have to skip the Daytona thing for this year.
Yeah, that's too much. It's gonna You're
Yeah,
gonna be just tired, and it's not
yeah,
fun to.
you can't clone yourself, and you know what? Travel is just air travel these days just sucks.
Yeah, it's not cozy at all.
Yeah,
It's yeah.
yeah,
So sounds better to stay closer to home. It sounds better.
yep, yeah. Where I can just jump in my car and be there in an hour.
Yeah. Starland Ballroom has Kiss played there in the 70s.
No, I don't know if it was I don't know what the history of that place is. Maybe they did, but
It sounds so 70s.
yeah. But it's kind of not too far from like Asbury Park, so yeah. Just
That's a
south
good.
of
It's a good
just
concert area.
yeah, just south of what they call the Outer Bridge, which connects Staten Island and New Jersey.
Oh,
I saw the winery dogs there last year, and Pete was there, his brother Rich,
Mm-hmm.
uh, super fan Gary Joyce was there. I ran into Gary, good guy, and then of course Sydney Taylor was at that show. She was
Yeah.
selling merch, so that was really cool.
Yeah, she's really gotten like around like with bands. She was touring with Mr. Big here,
Yeah,
and was on the merch too. She really is following her dream and get to know them all. I think I'm so proud of her too, because
yeah,
she has gotten pretty far.
yeah. No, she's doing great. So,
She's a young girl, so she has all her life, whole life ahead of her.
yep. So that's that. So
Yeah.
again, my choices for this week: Megadeth, Dystopia, Fate's Warning, Theories of Flight, Anthrax for All Kings, and yours again.
There was Sodom with the Decision Day, Dark Throne with Arctic Thunder, and Megadeth with Dystopia.
All right. Okay. So that's a wrap for 2016. So we'll see you for the next year. Metal bands of top three metal albums of 2017. Hopefully, I will have that for you either later this week or early next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.